Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to be making a pair of wooden earrings. This is the wood I'm going to be using for today. I was going to make it into a snowman, but I got more excited at the idea of earrings. Here I'm starting to doodle some ideas for the earrings. I made sure to draw them out so I could decide which one I liked more. I did not have a pre-plan coming into this, so if there's any ideas that I did that you liked, then just let me know and maybe I'll, turn them into something as well. I landed on dinosaurs because I love dinosaurs and that would be an awesome pair of earrings to have. So I went through drawing different types and also a pterodactyl, even though it's not a dinosaur. I began crossing out the ideas and landed on a diplodocus. Did a bit of research and I found out that they actually have spikes on their back and also they have really long tails. So my diplodocus will most likely end up looking more like the Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus. Even though it has more of like a spiky head, it has that weird hump thing. And then the diplodocus obviously has like a smoother head. Although actually they look a lot like Jar Jar Binks, which I only really noticed now. Anyway, let's get into some real carving. So here I've got my knife.
Let me see what you have!
Okay, now we're all set. So I'm going to bandage up my fingers. I'll only bandage up the ones that are holding the wood. So when I'm pushing with the knife with my thumb, I won't accidentally, carve a bit of skin. Now some quick eeny meeny miny mo to decide which side I'm going to carve first. Okay, jumping straight into this, I'm carving away and starting to get the shape that I need. The trick is to carve down to the shape and do it 2D first. Don't worry about 3D straight away. You just want to get the main base of the shape. And now for some music and enjoy! Now for a momentary pause of appreciation. Ooh, yes, that was nice. Right, back into the rest of it. Okay, so here I'm now focusing on straightening out the wood and smoothing out all the textures so I can really get an idea of what I've done. Now that I've got the other side basically roughed out, it's time to start on the other side. This side I'm going to do the exact same thing, just focusing on the 2D and don't worry about the 3D yet, and just try and get it as even as I can. I don't want it to be perfect because what's the point in it being handmade if you're going to make it factory perfect? Don't expect perfection or evenness, and I barely measured anything because these earrings are for me. If they were for someone else, of course I would put my whole heart and soul into it and make sure that it is perfect. But because it's for me, I really don't care. So let's get back into it. And it was at this moment that I realised my hands hurt like hell because I've been doing this the whole night. The better dinosaur. No, I'm the better dinosaur. I was the original. No, you weren't. Okay, now that we've got the main 2D shape out, I start drawing out the 3D shape that I would want. I don't have a reference up because, to be honest, this isn't going to be the most realistic Diplodocus, although actually it's probably more of a Brontomerus because of the shorter, thicker tail and the more smooth look to it because the other ones have spikes. Now that I've got the shape that I want roughed out, I'm going to saw these in half because I can definitely fit 2 pairs into these. Okay, and there we go, we've got our first pair. Okay, we've got both pairs cut out. These look really good. I'm going to carve the ones with the largest width because that will give me more room for error. Okay, as you can see here, I'm starting to shape out the dinosaur. I'm starting on the tail and I'm just slowly etching away at the sides to make it look more 3D and give it more shape. I'm not worrying about any details. These are going to be very simple earrings and there's not a lot to it. And this is how it's looking now. It's looking really cute and it's got more shape to it. As you can see under the legs, I'm doing more of a shape to it, and I'm just defining all the main areas of the body that need less or more definition to it. There's the first one. It's got a nice roughed out shape. It's just the right shape that I need. So I did the other one off camera because it's the same process, you know. I'm now going to sand them down and get them to the proper shape that I want and smooth. So there's a 400 grit and I think an 800 grit. The bear drawings on the back of the sandpaper is actually a project I have in mind. So if you like the look of that, I will record wood carving that. I already have it drawn on a block and ready to go. So either I'll do the shark that I have in mind or I'll do the bear next. Right here, I wanted to sand between the legs of the dinosaur, so I was trying to shape it around my finger, but that still wasn't small enough to fit between the gap. So instead, I ended up using my paintbrush, which is a little trick that you can do, and just wrapped it around, and then I kept it on there and used that. It's also good if you want to get in like a little gap or something. It's just a really simple way to do it, you know. I'm sure everybody's done it before, but, you know, in case it's one of those things that your brain just does not come up with when you need it most, here it is. So, yeah. So right here, while I'm sanding, I'm being extra careful with the head, because what I didn't show earlier is that both of their heads popped off. So they've had a bit of trauma. It's because I was carving towards the grain instead of against, so on such a little carving. So if you're a little too heavy-handed with it, it will just pop. And there we go, that's the one done. The other one is still a bit rough, so I will do that off camera. I think they're looking really good. They look really cute. So here is the final result. This is after I've sanded them both and smoothed them down. Next I'm going to oil them using some linseed oil. I'm going to add some thin coats and slowly build it up. And then afterwards I'm going to add a clear coat of polish with a hint of stain in it. I will skip to the end result. See you in a bit. Okay, small moment of panic.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
Okay, it is really nothing to panic about. It's just the dino's head fell off again, so small panic, but just glued it back on and everything was fine. Okay, so I ended up putting the eyelets in off camera and also staining the dinosaurs, because nobody tells you how difficult it is to, you know, put those little tiny eyelet things in. So I did that off camera and also stained him. So now for the big reveal. I personally am very happy with them. They turned out really cute, and I probably could have gone lighter with the tint. It probably is a bit too dark. I love the shape of them. They're nice and simple. I don't want to go too detailed. I'm very happy with them. They look better in person, I promise, and they're very shiny. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!